Hey folks, welcome back to Junkie with Junior. Today on this episode, it's time to get our supercharger installed. So the truck is what I thought was kind of ready to put the supercharger on, but we've got a few things that we have to modify. The Edelbrock supercharger kit is universal, so it comes with a lot of stuff that we need, but there's a lot of things that we need to do to make it all work. One of the things is our AC compressor. We are going to have to get that further down out of the way. We've got another bracket coming from ICT Billet that's made just for a supercharger application. Still uses the same compressor, but it has another 2 idlers on it, and it also has a different spring-loaded tensioner in a different position so that it will route the belt below this radiator hose and give us another loop coming back up here to the supercharger, and then it'll carry on to the rest of the stuff. So we will have to do that. We've got to pin the harmonic balancer. And in the Edelbrock supercharger kit, it comes with a bracket. So we remove these 2 bolts here, and let's see, right over here somewhere in this box of treasure, so this is going to be the new alternator bracket. So this goes basically straight down like that. These bolt holes here are going to be the new ones to go in the bracket. An idler is going to go on here, and the alternator is going to rotate outward and sit in that new cradle. It is one good looking unit, folks. Can't wait to get this thing installed. Now, it is a universal truck supercharger, so it has truck belt spacing for an LS, so it has the longest harmonic balancer that they've LS engine family had, so that's going to line up there. But I had a talk with Edelbrock today on their tech line, and for some reason they put this really long snout on the truck style kit. I was expecting to get one with the truck offset pulley as far as front to rear so it lines up, but we were going to have a throttle body over here. That would have been awesome, but unfortunately they don't do it that way, and I couldn't really get a good answer of why they don't do a truck one that way. For some reason, all the truck ones have this long snout, so they make a kit specifically for factory Silverado pickups that use this, because they have no AC compressor over here to be in the way, because on a factory application the AC compressor is down low on a Silverado. So I don't understand at all why it has this long piece on here, because we don't need that at all. Not to mention, this is for a factory truck throttle body, even though it's universal. Well, if it's universal, why are we going to put the smallest truck throttle body flange on here? It does come with an adapter, so we can put our 90mm on it, but why are we going to have a 90mm throttle body and then reduce it down here to make it bigger here, when the whole point of a supercharger is to get more air in the engine? So I'm not an engineer, that's just my common sense approach on that. So we got these spacers to put on our cylinder heads in hopes to make life easier with fitting the supercharger snout over here in the AC compressor. We're going to have the new bracket that does move it out about 1.5 inches, but if we can get the supercharger up a little bit, that will gain us some more clearance here. So we're going to go for it and see what happens. If it doesn't work, then we cut the snout off the supercharger. So we got our Edelbrock supercharger sitting on the engine, and it is looking awesome. Very boxy. I love the squareness, especially with the fact that it's on a square body Chevy. It really looks great. We don't have it bolted down yet. We don't even have the new gaskets in. We simply put the old ones in so that we're not crushing the new gaskets that came with the supercharger. And we've got the aluminum spacers in here, so that gives us quite a bit more room. It definitely makes the supercharger look a lot bigger and tougher, so I really like that part. Alternator bracket, I painted it. It's going to bolt right in here, moves our alternator out here, the hose gets tucked in here. That's all going to be really nice. And then over here on the air conditioning side, we're waiting on a new bracket from ICT. We'll have that shortly. It looks like it's going to be really close to whether or not this clears. I held the old one up here. It's got quite a bit of room, so we'll see what happens with the new one, along with the new idlers and tensioner that it has. It is looking really awesome. Can't wait It won't be long before we have this thing buttoned up and going for a test drive, so you guys definitely stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we appreciate you watching, and we will see you next time.